In the past couple of years, Indianapolis has been one of the lower growth apartment markets in the country, but in Q2 2014, the national boom in apartment demand and rent growth extended even to here, with Indianapolis registering some impressive numbers. Welcome to Apartment Market Dynamics from MPF Research. I'm Jay Parsons with your Indianapolis update. We spent a lot of time talking about some of the impressive numbers we've seen for the U.S. apartment market in Q2 of 2014. And in particular, we've highlighted some of the core supply-heavy markets where demand continues to trump even elevated supply volumes, allowing occupancy rates to remain tight and rent growth levels to remain very strong. But today we're highlighting a different sort of market that's also enjoyed a strong performance in Q2. And here's the bottom line. Quarter over quarter revenue growth, you can see on the chart here, it's the combination of the changes in both occupancy and rent. Revenues in Indy jumped 3.3% in Q2. That was the market's best performance in 8 years, and it was the 6th best gain among large markets nationally. And in the Midwest, it was second only to Chicago. And driving up that number was very strong demand for apartments. In Q2, Indy absorbed 3,972 apartment units. That was the best number we've seen for Indy in the 2 decades we've tracked the market. And in turn, occupancy jumped 180 basis points quarter over quarter to a rate of 93.2%, still well below the national average 95.6. But year over year, occupancy was up 50 basis points, and that was good because it reversed a trend of 6 straight quarters in which Indy logged year over year occupancy loss. And let's look at rents. Same-store rents for new leases jumped 1.5% in Q2. That was a 3-year high and drove annual rent growth to 2.5%. Still underwhelming, but it's above the recent trend here. In the previous 8 quarters, annual rent growth had averaged under 2%. So what is going on in Indy? Well, you never want to get too excited about one quarter's numbers. Obviously, the performance can fluctuate from quarter to quarter, and you want to look at the longer-term trend. But there are some positive vital signs here, starting with what's going on in the local economy. Job growth has been strong now for the last few years, even though it hasn't paid dividends to the apartment market in most periods. And one reason for that is that demographics and affordability here really tend to favor the single-family market. And so for that reason, housing demand, the bulk of it, tends to go toward the single-family market. But one factor that is starting to boost demand in Indianapolis is an influx of new supply, particularly in the urban core where the single-family variable is less important. And there was some question about how the market would handle this because downtown Indianapolis just hasn't had much housing traditionally. But so far that stuff has leased up very, very well. And also we've seen fast lease-ups in some of the key suburban new developments going on as well. So going forward, is it sustainable? Well, we aren't ready to upgrade our forecast meaningfully quite yet. Those Q2 numbers are certainly encouraging, and clearly the market is benefiting from some pent-up demand for new units, particularly inside the core. But another wave of new supply is going to test just how deep that pent-up demand really is, and the structural elements here aren't changing. They're still going to favor single-family in the long term, so we still view Indianapolis long-term as a slow-growth, steady market. And that wraps up for Indianapolis. And so until next time, for Apartment Market Dynamics and MPF Research, I'm Jay Parsons. Thank you for watching.
Want more? Go deeper with NPF Research's apartment market reports. From a national level, down to individual metros, to specific neighborhoods, NPF Research has been providing unparalleled apartment market intelligence to the multifamily industry for almost 5 decades. Learn more by contacting us at 877-284-4938 or visit www.npfresearch.com and click on Market Reports.